Hi, I'm Susan. Thanks for stopping by my first YouTube video. So I have been wanting to put something out here for quite some time, and I have not done it. I have put it off, I've talked myself out of it, I've made excuses, and the pull to do this just continues to get stronger. So I know that I'm the one that's holding myself back, and that just doesn't sit well within. So I decided to make someday today. I just really feel called to give back, to share. And I believe it's through sharing stories that we connect, that we can relate. It's how we learn, it's how we heal, it's how we grow. And that is when we thrive. So I am indescribably grateful for these life lessons and insights that I acquired through some pretty intense life experiences. They profoundly, positively, gratifyingly impact my life on a daily basis, and I just really feel called to share. So I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to share a clip with you from when I was invited on Oprah. This was 20 plus years ago, so you're going to meet a much younger me, and it'll give you some background, and then I'm going to pop back on and I'll tie this together, and we'll go from there. All right, check it out, and I will see you in a bit.
Susan Silberman is another living testament to being triumphant in the face of adversity. Take a look at Susan. Susan Silberman had a passion for life. At 28 years old, her life was exactly where she wanted it to be. She loved being a personal trainer and was very proud of her muscular body. She never dreamed her passion would be put to the test. As she was training for a 500-mile bike ride for AIDS, her life was changed in an instant. While crossing an intersection, she was hit by a speeding car. Not knowing if she would live or die, her family and friends prayed. Susan's fighting spirit pulled her through, but sadly she ended up losing half of her left leg, a devastating loss for a career athlete. At first, Susan thought her life was over, but with the constant love of those around her, she made a decision she wasn't going to let this get the best of her. Although she lost her leg, in the end, she gained so much more. She got to know her father, who she'd barely seen since her parents' divorce. And she met the love of her life. Susan beat the doctor's odds and was back on her bike within months. And now, just 2 years later, Susan's passion for life is back in stride. She just reached a very important personal goal by finishing 5 bike races. And most importantly, the race she was training for the day she lost her leg. Wow. Susan says losing her leg gave her life a new meaning.
You know, 2.5 years ago when this happened, and I looked down to the end of the bed and I saw just 1 foot protruding, and I saw my left leg stop short of the right, and reality set in, and I didn't think I'd have the semblance of a normal life again. I thought I was damaged goods, no one would want me, and I took the poor me route, and that becoming very unsatisfying. I knew that I had a choice to go the other way.
Because you mourned the loss of your leg. As Duff was saying, she mourned the loss of the person she used to be.
Absolutely. I went through phases of death and dying. I did mourn the loss, and I knew that in order to get onto that other side, I had to be open to change. I had to be willing to embrace risk, and I had to muster up the courage to move forward. And I did that literally 1 step at a time. I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn how to do everything involving the use of my legs. I had to regain my sanity, and I went through a very intense and grueling rehab, both physically and mentally. And I have to say that as great a loss as I suffered, as much pain and suffering that I went through, I have gained so much more. I am so much more confident. I have a newfound self-love, self-understanding, and some of the greatest lessons that I've learned that apply to everybody, because there's not one person that hasn't experienced shattered dreams or felt uncertainties in their future, feelings of helplessness. And I learned about the true meaning of unconditional love, not only how to receive it, but how to give it. And I learned that the only limitation a person has is what they place upon themselves. There's nothing that you can't overcome, as insurmountable as it may seem. There's no dream that you can't reach. Anything is possible. The mind is such a powerful tool. I mean, it can take you to such great heights.
So How long did it take you to get to this state of mind?
Each day I grow. Each day.
Literally a step at a time.
Literally. Literally.
And learning to walk again. Were there times where you were so frustrated that you wanted to quit?
There were times I was so frustrated that this wave went flying across the room.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a deep hole for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But one step at a time, setting small goals and gradually achieving them to the point of where I just rode 2,300 miles throughout the United States. 2.5 years ago, I was almost dead. And today, it's unbelievable. But anything is possible.
Because you told yourself you could do it.
Right there.
And then you're willing to work as hard as you told yourself to back that up.
Absolutely.
Wow. Now, when did you decide you were going to race again? That not only were you going to get up and walk, but you were going to get back on the bike?
Actually, it was while I was still in the hospital. I had no idea what the road ahead of me. I had no idea what was ahead for me. But at the time, I had finished what I had started. And I had such support, such love surrounding me that it was people from that ride, it was an AIDS fundraising ride, and people from that event were coming to support me. And I felt that not only did I have to finish what I started, but it was an opportunity for me to give back to others the way others gave to me.
Alrighty. Well, goes without saying, life will inevitably throw us curveballs. The unexpected, the unasked for, the unwanted, and not a single one of us are exempt from it. So here's a thought. How awesome would it be to embrace these times with grace and with growth? Believe me, I know it is not easy. I also know it's possible because I'm living it. And it's so purposeful and powerful. And this all ties into why I want to share. So in upcoming videos, I'm going to authentically and vulnerably be sharing with you some intense life experiences that I have endured and overcome and have gifted me with such invaluable life lessons and insights. And I'm going to be tapping into those areas, not just unconditional love and self-acceptance, the true meaning of self-acceptance. We'll be going into courage and choice, forgiveness, empowerment, worthiness. There's so much. So I invite you to explore whatever areas seem to resonate with you, and just know that you may have these awesome aha moments, or begin to realize that you're not alone in your struggles. That is, as different as our challenges may be, getting to that deep truth inside, peeling back those layers and getting to really have this true knowingness of yourself and living your truth, that's what this is all about. There's going to be some messages that you may find serve yourself or somebody else that you know as a catalyst for helping to continue move forward on their path. It's just really good stuff. So I look forward to sharing, and I'm going to close it off with that. This was really just intended to be an intro video, and starting with the next one, we'll dive in. And in the meantime, whatever there may be on that someday list, someday I'll get around to it, someday the time will be right. How about making that someday today? All right, see you soon.